Haul video. There's a video up of all the escapades at Auto Assembly, but it doesn't really say an awful lot about the day. I thought I'd do a haul vid and then have a chat about it. So it was a really good day, and I must admit I turned up after driving for like 3 hours to see what was essentially just a function room with a load of crappy tables pulled together and toys everywhere, and I thought, I've driven 3 hours for what is essentially nothing, and I was really disappointed. And then I met everyone, and all of a sudden it was amazing, because I think, as everyone else has said, Auto Assembly's not really anything to do with just having lots and lots of toys, and hugely to do with having lots and lots of toys and people to play with them with you. So yeah, first of all, unexpectedly, and I never thought I'd get this because I never really liked it, but now I've got it, I really, really do. Alternator's Ravage. It's really, really suck-ass poor in robot mode. I mean, it's just tragic. But the car mode on this is just magnificent. So review at some point, I would have thought. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure where this... I don't think this is going to sit with my collection. It might even go to work and sit on my desk. Very nice. Next up... Alright, the next up is something that... There's two pieces that when they sit all in front of me, both of them are screaming, these are the two figures that really stand out for the day. And not for strange reasons, but I'm a real sucker for light piping. Let me see if I can show you, hang on. If I do that... No, it didn't really show on the camera. Orange glow. Awesome. Orange glow. Awesome. I'm a sucker for light piping. And because I'm a sucker for light piping, as I just... Make sure I'm on... Yeah. As I've just sat everything here, ready to pick up and show you. So... I was supposed to get a RC off Razzie and the True Phantasm, and I think, probably somewhat understandably, in the absolute bedlam that was Saturday from the sound of it, my RC disappeared. So I got him for cheapy, which I was really pleased with. And if you watch the video on my Starscream one, how absolutely elated I was to get that. However, I will point out that this guy transforms 10 times better, his head doesn't pop off, and when you move his legs and stuff like that, Starscream is so floppy in comparison to Skywarp. But Skywarp's kind of the repaint. It's all a bit backwards. But colour scheme wise, really, 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 really pleased. Bludgeon. If someone can tell me how you're supposed to pick the top half up... Oh, the bottom half's staying now. Well, that's quite good. Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon. Again, the one thing I really wanted was a leader Starscream. And by the time I'd got there, they had all gone. So that'll be like next month off Kapow if they get any more, or when they turn up to Toys R Us, or... I know at some point I'll get one. And to be honest with you, they were like 60 quid at Auto Assembly, and they'll be £45 when I see them at Toys R Us. Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon. I don't know the name of the guy that was sat next to me in Bubs' room when I was playing with it, but he showed me how to do the hips because I just couldn't work the hips out. But I was pretty knackered and I hadn't eaten all day, and we'd walked around a lot, and I was just playing with all my toys, but it's actually really good. It's not... I really like the tank mode more than I like this mode, and everyone else got excited about this mode because it is apparently quite faithful to the Pretender version. I know that I saw the Pretender version of it down there, and the head is very, very similar. I didn't have the feet transformed properly either, so now he stands up. But I'm going to have a proper play with him later. There's definitely going to be a review on that. Something that I was really pleased with is this bad boy, which is Hunt for the Decepticons crappy class Ironhide, which, frankly, compared to the movie version, is just so much more show accurate. It's unbelievable, and he stands up. Whereas the proper movie Ironhide, the big one, the Voyager one, he won't stand up. The feet are shit. The top end doesn't work. The springs on the shoulder pieces here sort of hunch it so you can't see his face. He's a bit of a pig to transform. For a small bot, he's really, really higgledy-piggledy. I've not even thought about trying to put him back in truck mode, but that's half the reason why I've got all of this lot out now, so I can sit and have a play for the afternoon before I get into some videos, because I've got a couple of days off. I had to get it. I just had to. I've got stickers. Where are the boxes? I've got the box with the Velcro. It's a bit tatty, but in the box, it's still got his shoulder cannons. The missiles for the shoulder cannons are still on the trees, so that's pretty cool. I might not fit them. I don't really like them because it covers his face up quite a lot. But the stickers are still in there, and some of the stickers actually on him are pretty shoddy. So we might see if we can't do a bit of a clean up with some nail polish remover to get the glue off and reapply some of the stickers. But he's pretty clean. There's one bit of scuff on him, which I'm not very pleased about, but bearing in mind he's, you know, he's got his rub sign on the back and G1 Prowl. Specifically went there knowing that I had to come home with a G1 Prowl and got a G1 Prowl. Over the moon. Really good. On the G1 front, now, the mighty Lord of Beard, Mr. Pikachu, who I'm eternally, really, honestly, eternally grateful to. I thought he was going to sell me a Starscream body for a £5, and then he turned up and he went, no, I didn't want any money for it. Just gave me a Starscream body and a few parts, but when I was walking around I didn't really have a chance to see what the deal was with regards to parts and stuff like that. So I just went and got a load of parts, and Grimmy did all the parts that I need to complete a Starscream for a tenner, which, bearing in mind, it's like $4.95 for one wing on the Kapow site. So I now have, I can't fix this. The only way I can think of doing it is a bit of blue tack or possibly some double-sided tape in the crutch piece so it sticks. But G1 Starscream, which I thought I'd be the most pleased about, because I did say before I wanted to come home with a G1 Starscream, and I indeed did. He's not in very good condition. However, on the Toy Story theory of life, this toy has been played with and loved, and I am more than happy with that, because a played with toy is a good toy. So yeah, I kind of went on a bit. I knew what Nick said. Not allowed to call him Nick. It's Bubs. Bubs said, I thought you'd go and get some more G1 and stuff, because I've got like a huge amount of movie figures. But I really like the movie figures, so it's all good. Then the other half. Whoa, whoa, and this is clean, properly, like super clean. The box is in really good condition. For the first time ever, I think I kept the box with my reissue Prime, and if it's a reissue, I'm not quite sure if it's got the same sort of passion to it. But Skywarp has got everything in absolutely pristine out of the box condition. Again, he's got the really floppy bit like that. If anyone's got any suggestions on how to fix this, that would be amazing. But he's got no stickers, and all the stickers are in the box waiting to be applied. So I think I'm going to do that. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. I love it. Again, now I've got to go and try and rework the entire shelf to try and get these. But hell, that won't be that hard a task. I'll take them all off and put them back on and rearrange some stuff. The one thing I'm most pleased about, because I never thought twice about it until I saw it, and I went, how much is this, mister? And the bloke said, well, everything's half price at the moment, so if you want it, you can have it for half price. And it was £4, so I got it for £2. A Bumblebot! Yeah! I think every collector needs a G1 Bumblebee at some point, don't they? So I've got that. Except his sticker's wonky. So again, sticker's going to come off. Little bit of nail varnish remover to put on a cotton bud to get the glue off. And I've still got chrome Autobot logos of that size from my reissue Optimus. So I'm going to sort of re-sticker his chest to make sure it all goes on straight. You're up to no good, you cheeky little fucker. Say hello. Hello, say hello, everyone. Num, 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 num. You might have to go away, because you're going to knock shit over. Go away. I didn't think I was going to get one of these, because I just didn't think I was going to get one of these. Because they came in and then they were gone. And I don't think they actually went on proper sale anywhere. I think it was just like, here's a load of shonky ones that were brought in from America that no one's really supposed to have. And then everyone went, oh, I love that. And then it was gone. And I was never really taken by the animated one. I've not got many animated toys. But the ones I have got are the ones that I pretty much wanted. This guy is brilliant. And I think he's you've heard it all, he's asymmetrical, he's this, he's that. But he's been plucked from the animated line, jiggled only ever so slightly, and now he really, really fits into the Revenge of the Fallen line quite well. If only more of the toys were like this, because this has got... I like the robot underneath with the bits on the top form, but I really like the way he's both. And then I got... probably the best bit that I got all day, which was the one bit is average. Okay, let's do average first. He's a 7 out of 10. He's nowhere near the animated Rodimus. He's nowhere near a G1 Rodimus. He's a bit flimsy at the elbows. His tyres are grey and not black. He doesn't have the flame thing, the flame motifs on his chest aren't anywhere near as good. He's got no light piping. Very happy to have him in the collection though. But then we're talking the worst thing that I got all day. Lots smaller than lots of the other stuff that comes out of the Classics line. He's so far out of scale, it's unbelievable. He has got some mental light piping on him. This is not a very good figure. And lastly, Cyclonus. Now everyone's going to do a review on this because I think the 3-pack only really came in pretty much on time that it turned up to auto assembly, and I know there were tons of them. You all know how good he is. Again, not transformed, not played with. What do you want? Give me a kiss. Cyclonus. Overall, the day was... I really thought it was going to be poor when I arrived, and I parked 1,000 miles away from auto assembly and literally walked for about 25 minutes in this blazing sun, carrying a dirty great big bag on my back with 2 cameras and lots of carrier bags. But I just enjoy playing with everyone. And that sounds like really weird for a 36-year-old guy to say, playing with everyone, but I did just enjoy playing with everyone because it's the first time I've ever sat in a room full of people. And I sat next to Patient Zero, and I really wanted to talk to Patient Zero about the art thing that he does, because I'd really like a go at that. I'd like to be able to scan something, draw something, scan it, and then use Photoshop or something to colour it in. I think I'd be, especially with my art background, once I got into it a little bit, I think I'd be probably awesome at it. Yeah, it was a really good day. It just made me laugh that everyone was so hungover. It was really nice to meet Brad in the afternoon as well. And he gave me a cuddle. He said he was going to give me a cuddle and he did. No, Ziggy, give me cuddles. Aww. SMS number 1. That's my haul vid. Right, okay, 2 things. Thank you to... Can you sit down or fuck off? One or the other. No, that's not sit down or fuck off. Pikachu for the Starscream. Thank you. Okay. Pikachu... for having a word with Time Lord about that dead end, because Tiny gave me a dead end and I said I was going to buy him a pint as a thank you and just have a chat with him later on in the afternoon, but I didn't leave till 5:30 and got a taxi back to the car, and it didn't end up that way, and I never got to say goodbye to Carl either properly when we left, which I was disappointed about, but he sorted out both of those things for me. So to Pika, I am eternally grateful. Especially for the Starscream body, but for sorting me out with that dead end off Timey as well. Timey, thank you for giving it to me, which is, you didn't have to do that at all, so that's amazing. And to all the gang, H and Bubs and Brad and Kev, who was just hilarious, and Muchie, who was 10 and has got like the most forgiving parents in the world, to be frank, because they went to a Transformers convention with him for 3 days and just sort of sat there while he ran around going, I gotta have this! And everyone, because it was just a really good day. A really good day. So, SMS number 1, I'm going to go and give Ziggy some love because he's been locked in a cage all day because they're moving lots of stuff around the house. Stop licking my hand, you twat!
Twat. You twatty. You're twatty.
Get off. But